So 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Manly Canterbury under 18s. First of 4 games today, and a very good morning to Joe Van Wiegen. Just position the microphone in front of your mouth, mate, so it's not too far away.
It's good to be here.
Good to have you here, mate. Good to have you back. Hopefully that hammy's getting better.
It is, mate. Should be back in the new year. New year, new me.
There you go. Called strike 1 to Shane Riley. He's got a bat here, 2 out.
Oh, a little jig before getting him back into the box.
Yeah, just trying to psych himself up a little bit. 3 hits to Canterbury, just a 1 hit to Manly. A couple of errors from both teams. Well, 1 error, actually, from both teams. A run by Manly unearned. A run by Canterbury earned. Make a target on the mound for Canterbury. It's Angus Wiles. He's been doing a stellar job for his under 18s team. Seventh appearance for Angus. He started this game and the previous 2. He picked up a win last week against Blacktown. That one's going to be hit on the border. Kane Flew. Pick it up with the pink armband. Throw it across a little bit off balance style to record the 3rd out here in the 4th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Manly and Canterbury tied at 1. We'll bring you some lineups, even though we're in the 4th. I haven't been advised of any changes as yet, so these lineups are still pretty good for Canterbury. It's Lachlan West leading off. He's the catcher. Lachlan Vella's at second base. Make a target, the pitcher, hitting for himself, batting 3rd. Zach Curtis at first base, batting 4th. Jacob Palmer, who started first grade on Wednesday night for Canterbury. He's in right field this morning. Ollie Brody's at second base, batting 6th. Yuta Yamanaka batting 7th in centre field. Sam Levick batting 3rd. Batting 8th down in playing at 3rd base, and Shane Riley in the 9 hole, just grounding out to finish the top of the 4th there. He's the left fielder for the Canterbury Vikings. For Manly, it's Kai Garlick leading things off. Kane Flews at shortstop. No Luke Donaghy today. Kai Garlick in left field. Zach Morris is at 3rd base. Been a busy morning for him so far. A couple of ground balls hit to him. He's followed by Cameron Lorenzo in the 4 hole. He's in centre field. Jackson Taylor in right field this morning. Ryan Barnes behind the dish, batting 6th. Will Tippett's your man at first base, batting 7th. Josh King at second base, batting 8th. And Lachlan Ludbrook, the catcher for, the designated hitter for Manly. So top of the 4th. Make a target. Featured in the Cronulla Senior League team at the Nationals earlier this year, but playing with Canterbury in the State League. This is his 7th appearance on the year. All 6 previous to that have been starts. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 3.86. Given up 19 earned runs on 20 hits, walking 10, striking out 15. And for Manly, it's going to be Cam Lorenzo to get things started. Left-handed hitting centre fielder. Six for 21 with 4 singles, a double and a triple. Went 1 for 2 last week. Scored a run and walked. Hitting 286 on the season. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Micah Target. That one ripped into right field. Long run out there for Palmer. He's going to have to go all the way to the fence to get it. Cam Lorenzo is spinning around second. He's headed to third. And he'll be in there standing up. That ball getting over the top. But it'll hit the fence and stay in play. And it's a lead-off triple for Cameron Lorenzo. What did I just say? Did he have one before that? No, there you go. That's his first one of the year. And Manly now with 3 opportunities to take the lead. That's what you like to see. Getting straight on it, get this inning started.
That's it. Great rip down the right side there. Right field had no chance to get on that one.
So Jackson Taylor now. Batting with a runner on third. Pops it up. First pitch, out of play. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 from target. And Taylor goes straight back up the middle to drive in that run. Nice bit of hitting. Fouled off the first pitch and drove the second pitch back up the middle.
Great solid contact on that one.
Yeah, it's what Manly have been lacking so far. They've had plenty of ball in play, but just soft ground balls or weak fly balls that have led to outs. So this inning, they've come out swinging and come out crushing. And a couple of base hits to get the inning underway. Now it's the catch up for Manly. Ryan Barnes. First pitch, up and away. Taylor back on the baseline. He just
Keeping him honest.
Keep him honest, that's right. Nice throw there by Lachlan West back to Zach Curtis. One ball and no strikes here for the Manly catcher, Ryan Barnes. Been spending a little bit of time in some ABL bullpens. Was a bullpen catcher for both the Brisbane Bandits and the Adelaide Giants in the recent series. Getting the job done here in the 18s and then heading up the M2 to go catching the bullpen too. 2 pretty solid bullpens in the ABL, but the Bandits and the Giants didn't allow a lot of runs in their respective meetings against the Blue Sox. It was good to see the Sydney Blue Sox scoring runs last night. They scored 10. They led 10-1 and held on for a 10-8 victory. Manly's own Drew Gillespie over there in the West. With the Eagles this weekend came out and pitched a scoreless 9th inning to record Manly's 7th win of the year in first grade, backing up a stellar start by Shohei Ariyama. Manly starters in the last 2 games going 17 innings, allowing just the 1 earned run. Up and away. Now, I've got to work out, is that 3-1 the count? Got to speak to Mr. Loud about the way he signals the count. When there's 3 balls in the ball count, he sticks his thumb out, which is very different to, I'd say, 99.5 of umpires across the world. It's either your last 3 fingers or your middle 3 fingers. I definitely go the last 3 fingers. It's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, last 3 for me as well.
But we're all experts sitting up here. And Ryan Barnes with, I think, what is the 3-1 count. Another check on Taylor over at first. Good to see him picking up an important hit.
He's definitely getting under the skin of number 42 here.
Yeah, Micah Target just wanting to keep that runner close. So 3-1 now for Barnes. And he draws the walk. So, Manly putting together some at-bats here. Josh Jackson Taylor's 5th hit of the year. He's 5 for 19. Maybe 5 for 20. And 1 for 1 last week. We're going to have a meeting on the mound with the Canterbury manager here in the 18s. We've got a big day coming today. 4 games on the card, as is every Saturday. Got third grade at 12:30, hoping to bounce back after 6 straight losses, or 5 straight losses now. 1-6 record. They lost the first game of the year against this Canterbury side, who Manly did have the lead against, but couldn't hold on to it late in the game. Their only win coming against Borkham Hills down at Rat Park. Maybe the third grade need to go down and play more at Rat Park.
I think so.
They won from one down there. I think they were the only team that won a game down there on the weekend. So that was on that weekend or on that Sunday. Well, it hasn't been a happy hunting ground. They've been in most games, but then Borkham Hills got their revenge. Black round. Oh, nicely laid bunt there by Will Tibbett. Zach Curtis was in off his base, and it's going to be a bunt single for Will Tibbett. Zach Curtis came crashing, forgot his assignment, or maybe you could pin it on the second baseman who didn't cover the bag. Lachlan Vella got caught in no man's land. He should have been the one covering first base. And Micah Target didn't have a target at first. And it's a sack bunt single. And it loads the bases for Manly. So Josh King takes the first pitch down and in for ball 1. That's what you like to see. Bit of small ball. Manly with the 2-1 lead. That one's popped up right side. It'll be an infield fly. Although it's a first out of the inning. Oops, one too many there. I'll bring up Lachlan Ludbrook. A chance for Manly to knock in some more runs. Up and away to Ludbrook. .54 pitches now for Micah Target, who's been pretty economical. Fouled off. Ball on strike to the Manly DH. The reserve catcher for this Manly under-18 side. Swings the low pitch. Nicely located there by Target. So 1-2 here for Lachlan Ludbrook. Down and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Off the hands, but it'll get foul and out of play. Chilly conditions up at Aquatic today. It was a chilly one last night for the women's game, which ended in a walk-off 14-13 victory. And that's strike 3. Ludbrook looking for the second time today. So 2 out for Manly. It's back to the top of the lineup for Manly for Kai Garlick. Need to put a bit of garlic on something here.
Don't leave those runners stranded on base.
Yeah, nothing worse than... Oh, here we go. Pop up, right side. Tough play for Curtis. He's over to it. And Palmer just can't get to it. If he was right-handed, he would have caught it. But being a left-hander, he had to stretch across his body and try and stab at the ball. kicks off his glove and drops in foul territory. If Garlick can make the most of this opportunity here.
You're given a second chance.
And you've got to take him. So they've had load of bases with nobody out. Then a pop out and then a strike out. Got to do better than that. Should be able to score one run for every out you have in your pocket. Breaking pitch just missing inside. Target one of the call. It's a nice pitch, but just didn't take enough of the zone, or didn't take any of the zone. So umpire Simon Loud to call it a strike. Umpire Simon Loud behind the plate and Jerry Cobb in the field. That pitch is up. Laid off by Garlick. 2 balls and a strike. He's 6 for 21 on the season, 5 singles and a double. Is an RBI guy. He's driven in 4. Scored twice himself. 2 walks, though, with 6 strikeouts, hitting 286 on the year.
It's a good resume.
That one hit to the shortstop, who'll go to second base and record the 3rd out. So Manly do take the lead after the Cameron Lorenzo leadoff triple, but they load the bases and don't score. So Manly, though, back in front. It's 2-1 as we head to the 5th. So Angus Wiles back out for 5th inning of work. He's going to face the leadoff man, Shane Riley.
Just missed that on the inside.
Two and 0 now. And Manly 2 wins and 6 losses on the year. Canterbury 2 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws. So they're essentially 3.5 wins, 4.5 losses. So Manly looking to get to 3 and 6 before next week's game, I guess. String a few wins together leading into Christmas, get a bit of momentum going into the second half, and then hopefully cause a couple of upsets in the final month of the season, and maybe sneak their way into the finals. They're within reach. Blacktown are 3rd with 3 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Cronulla up 3, 2 and 2. And it's a 4-pitch walk Shane Riley. Sorry, it was Lachlan West. And we're going to have a pitching change. So Sean Shivers goes to Simon Loud to make the change. Angus Wiles' morning is done. He's going to get the handshake. Another strong 4 innings from Angus Wiles. And no Dan Mills available today. And Manly's going to go to Max Austin. Max Austin. Couple of starts to begin the year against Borkham Hills and Ryde, both going 2 innings, giving up a total of 8 earned runs on 10 hits. Striking out 5, walking 3. Limited appearances so far. A third of an inning against Greater Western, third of an inning against Borkham Hills. Inning and 2/3 last week before Dan Mills came out and got the final out. 12 earned runs in total on 12 hits, 6 walks, 6 Ks. Has hit 5 batters, and the ERA isn't pretty at 17.05. So he's got a job to do here, get through this 5th inning. An hour and 20 minutes in this game. So still plenty of baseball left. 45 minutes until the no new inning time cut off.
Manly need to stay strong here if they want to maintain the lead. It's not much of a lead, but if they want to keep it, got to stay solid in the field now.
I think that's the key, right? Throw strikes and play good defense.
That's it.
And you can say it as much as you want, but you've got to be able to do it. It certainly hasn't been a big problem for them. It's more been the offense that's hurt this 18 side. Whereas third grade, it's kind of been a mixture of everything. So Lachlan Vella with the first Canterbury hitter to face Max Austin. He starts him on the outside corner. Nice little change up out there for strike number 1. Lachlan Vella played in Wednesday night's game. 2-0, 9-inning victory to the Eagles. Win number 7 of the year as they look to climb back to 500. And they've got 4 tough games against a really red-hot MacArthur side coming up either side of the Christmas break. With the game against Blacktown in the middle. Blacktown to kick off 2023 in a rescheduled round of games. Zach Morris to Josh King. King can't turn the second leg at a double play, but they do get a very important first out.
Get the lead runner.
Yep, that's it. At least get one. Josh King had a bit of a problem, a bit of a tough time on the transfer. He went through the base rather than maybe sitting back, touching and then pulling back to make the throw. But it's another assist to Zach Morris. I think that's 4 or 5 on the morning. A busy man. Now it's the pitcher for Canterbury, make a target. Swings at the breaking pitch from Austin. Ryan Barnes really paying plenty of attention over at first base. Lachlan Vella, the man over there. Make a target, 6 for 17, all singles, 2 ribbies. Scored twice. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. So tidy numbers, hitting 353. Vela takes off this time. Barnes, strong throw. And that's an out at second base. No, misses the tag. Kane flew. Had him hosed for all money. Nice work by Barnes. And the interim shortstop in Kane flew just didn't apply the tag in time. Vela actually overran the base, thinking he might have been out. A stolen base there for Lachlan Vela. But a nice throw from Ryan Barnes. Ground ball off the end of the bat. Gotta stop saying ground ball on that occasion. It's fouled off the end of the bat. Ground ball makes it seem like it's been put in play. Lachlan Villa now the man at second. Tying run for Canterbury. That one gets behind Barnes, and then Barnes runs in to catch a Simon Loud. It's a drop third strike, and he'll be reaching an error on the pass. He'll be reaching on the pass ball from Ryan Barnes. So Austin gets a strikeout. But they can't complete the out. And now runners on the corner for Canterbury, just the 1 out here in the top of the 5th. It's the kind of defense we talk about.
That's it.
It wasn't a tough pitch to handle. Maybe Barnes thinking something different. Maybe he's expecting the fastball, and the off speed just threw him off a bit, or he had ideas of going somewhere else before he caught the ball.
I reckon he was expecting a swing.
Yeah, could have been that too. Target takes off. He'll take second uncontested. So now a pair of runners in scoring position for Canterbury. So that Curtis hitting from the left side. Gets the call, bottom of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike out here will be very handy.
This is where Max has to dig deep. Dig deep and make sure he gets his spots.
Ground ball, back to the pitcher, Austin. Nicely controlled there by Will Tibbett, the runner. Target had headed pretty much all the way to third base, with Vela holding up on that ball back to the pitcher. Austin made the play at first, and Tibbett didn't overreact. Could have thrown it into to left field, which meant both runs would have scored. He did the smart thing and held onto the ball. They'd already secured the second out. Don't need to chase that third out. Jacob Palmer now fouls that one off. 9 balls and 1 strike. Two out here in the top of the 5th. Overcast conditions here at Aquatic Ballpark this morning. Down and away. A little bit low on this occasion. Ground ball this time pulled up the line, but just going foul. We had one last night in the women's game. End of the bat. I was coaching up along first base. And it's just one of those ones where you think, yeah, that's going foul, but I saw the spin on the ball, and I've just screamed to the batter, you better start running because this ball's going fair. And sure enough, it spun all the way back onto the fair side of the line. That one loaded the bases as well. Up and away. Jacob Palmer, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fights that one off. Count remains 2-2. Another 2-2 here for Jacob Palmer. Austin goes away and Palmer fights it off. Building a nice at-bat here. Here's Jacob Palmer.
Max is hitting all the spots, but it just seems to just get fouled.
And some good defensive swings by Palmer. He's 5 for 14 on the season. 6 runs driven in. That one, check swing off the end of the bat. And it'll be picked up. Max Austin has 2 plays. Makes both of them. And Manly get out of the inning. They lead this ball game 2-1 heading to the bottom of the 5th. So Kane flew to lead us off here, bottom of the fifth. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Manly. New pitcher on the mound for Canterbury is Zach Curtis. Down and away, he gets a call for strike 2. Some other changes for Canterbury. As Flute fouls that one off. Jackson Pico takes over at third base. Harrison Gidney in left field. Cameron Stewart at first base. And Ryan Hurst still riding the pine for Canterbury. High pitch fouled off. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. Little soft line drive into centre field gets the inning started for Manly. Just what you want your leadoff man. Back-to-back innings for Manly with a leadoff man aboard.
That's it. Kane did well to shake off the 2 early strikes called against him.
I'll bring up Zach Morris. 0 for 2 so far. He rips on the first pitch. That's going to bend over the head of Jacob Palmer in right field. We could have our second triple of the morning. Zach Morris is turning it around at second. He's headed to third. Kane Flu's heading home. And that is an RBI triple. Head first dive into home for Kane Flu. Oh no, Zach Morris stayed at second. I was watching Flu thinking Morris would just keep going. Either way, it's an RBI double.
That's what you want from your lead-off and then the second batter.
That's it. We'll see if Cam Lorenzo can keep it going here. Just Manly jumping on Zach Curtis here on the previous 2 pitches.
He did have a great rip his last at-bat.
Certainly did. Got things going for Manly to give them the lead. Scored the go-ahead run in the previous inning. See if he can keep going here.
Also got his first triple last at-bat.
It's been threatening for a long time. It's Cameron Lorenzo. But like the majority of this team just struggling to put the ball in play on a consistent basis. And they get a hit here and a hit here to scatter them around.
Yeah, it's good to see the bats heating up in the last few innings.
The last couple of games as well, they've really come to life. Obviously, they had the high-scoring run against Greater Western a month ago. And they quietened a little bit against Borkham Hills, but you're always going to, face a tough one against Borkham Hills. They came out and got the job done last week against Canterbury, against Blacktown, posting double digits.
3-1 against Cam.
Was it 3-1? I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3.
It's that old thumb.
An old sneaky little thumb. Down and away for ball 4. So, the better part about this thing is that still no out in this situation. And it's Jackson Taylor. So the last time these 2 teams met back on October 15, it was 3-1 to Canterbury. But at the moment, Manly flipping the script. They lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Jackson Taylor bats with nobody out. Inside for ball 1. It was Dan Mills and Angus Wiles that did the pitching for Manly. Mills going 4. 2 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Wiles through 2 in relief, 1 hit, 1 earned run. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Micah Target with 3 innings for Canterbury. Just the 1 earned run on a pair of hits with a strikeout and 2 walks. And Jacob Palmer, 4 innings in relief. Scoreless, hitless, striking out 7, walking 2. Swing on that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both teams only managing a handful of hits between them. 2 for Manly, 1 for Canterbury. Canterbury scoring 3 runs. Manly just the 1. Luke Donaghy and Kai Garlick, the only 2 Manly hitters. Outside pitch, nicely taken. Only 2 hitters for Manly to record a hit in that one. Six hits so far today. 2-2 here to Jackson Taylor. Fouled off, out of play. Into the Canterbury third graders, warming up rather. Behind play. Another chance here for Jackson Taylor. Inside. Zach Morris reads the ball down in the dirt and he advances to third. It's nicely blocked there by Lachlan West. That did squirt away a little bit. And Zach Morris read the ball very well. To advance 90 feet. Behind him, Cameron Lorenzo. So full count here for Jackson Taylor. And they're looking to add to their total. And he does draw the walk.
They did well there to draw out that bat.
Yep.
The worrying second swing of his was a bit on the back heel there. Not putting all his effort into it.
Mate, taking photos of some of these guys, I've noticed Jackson Taylor. Looks like he's a very nervous and unsteady batter when he's in that box. Very fidgety. His feet are always moving. But he came up with a big hit in the last inning and then he's able to draw the walk on this occasion. So this is the same situation we were in last time. Loaded bases, nobody out. Couldn't score a run last inning. We'll see if they can make a little bit of an adjustment here. It's going to be Ryan Barnes, Will Tibbett, Josh King. If they get far enough, Lachlan Ludbrook, who has a couple of strikeouts on the morning. So if you're looking to make amends for that, unless Sean and Grant go to their bench. So Ryan Barnes, he's 1 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch from Zach Kurtz, which isn't a bad tactic. Normally after that visit on the mound, your pitcher's going to come back to fire his best pitch. Most of the time it's a fastball down the middle. Curtis went to a little bit off speed, which he seems to be doing. Starting that bats with off-speed pitch. That one inside for a ball. No, Barnes is 0 for 1 with a walk.
Needs to be smart here. A walk scores a run.
Does indeed. Takes it upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. I might have to go get my hat. Thinks the under 10 you'd be alright, but the glare bouncing off the clouds.
That's it, when it breaks We get little brief moments of the sun breaking through this cloud cover, and it definitely brightens up the whole scene.
Barnes pops it up. It'll be an infield fly. No, Jacob Palmer out into it. Won't be deep enough for Zach Morris to score. Not on the pitcher's arm. So first out. Big first out for Canterbury.
Hopefully it's not going to look like last inning.
Yeah. Time will tell. Will Tibbett now had the
Bunt.
sack bunt hit. He's 1 for 2. Struck out in his first at bat. 4 Manly strikeouts with the bat, 3 for Canterbury. Fouls it off straight back out of play.
Just getting underneath that one.
Tibbett drives this one into right field. Palmer over to get it. Cam Lorenzo's being waved home. He's going to be in there. He's safe. And it's 2 RBIs off the bat of Will Tibbett.
Great at bat.
Had a huge at bat to load the bases on the bunt single in the last time he stepped up to the plate. This time he rips it into right field. And it's 2 more on the board for Manly.
Good running by Cam there, but he kept his foot a little bit high there before touching the plate.
Josh King will try and keep the train moving for Manly. Runners on first and second now. Jackson Taylor, the man at second. Inside for ball 1 from Zach Curtis. Oh, just lost our picture there for a minute. No, it's come back. That's good. Resolved our issues from a fortnight ago. Or from, last Wednesday night. Turns out that the transmitters like to be elevated, not just lying on the ground or lying on a box. So, made that adjustment. Job here. Josh King. Checking on Jackson Taylor at second. Up and away. Now, I've got that as ball 3. Didn't miss anything, did I?
Should be. Yeah. 3-0.
3-0. Another run in scoring position for Manly. And he does draw the walk. So a couple of walks in this inning helping the Eagles
Back up.
stretch their lead. The base is loaded again. And we'll have a pitching change here in the 5th. I'm going to go find my sunnies, maybe my jumper, and grab myself a drink. And we'll be back on the other side of this Canterbury pitching change. So Ryan Hurst, the new pitcher for Canterbury.
He's got a big job ahead of him.
And an under-18s debut here, it's Ash Egan. Down away for Ash Egan. Hitting in the DH spot for Lachlan Ludbrook. Obviously with a couple of regulars away today. In Dan Mills and Luke Donaghy. Ash Egan was a member of the extended Manly under-18 squad. Two and two. For Ash Egan. Bottom of the fifth, load of bases for Manly. I'm going to put more on the board. Broken bat, straight back up the middle. Will be a double plate. Just turned in time. Nice backhanded scoop.
Now clear the inning.
And that does end the inning. So Manly, they do get a couple more. Ash Egan can't drive in extras. So we're headed to the sixth. Manly leading 5-1. Up and away for ball 4. That's a 1-out walk. Yuta Yamanaka. Well, I guess most of these changes when Canterbury made them, it looks like I've got them on, so I'm pretty happy with that effort. Jackson Pico now. Hitter for Canterbury. His first at-bat since coming into the ball game. As a defensive change. All 4 of Canterbury bench players into the game. Josh Troy Withnall for Manly. I believe he'll be starting 3rd grade. Strike 1. There to Pico. This is his under-18s debut. First at bat. First under-18s action. 0-2 now.